Today is the Feast of the Epiphany. Today is the day that traditionally we celebrate the arrival of the Magi to Bethlehem. But if you recall the story found in Matthew, the book of Matthew, it tells that the Magi went to see Herod, because when you go visit a king, that's where you should start, is at the king's palace. So, of course, you recall that when they got there, Herod was very much afraid and was concerned that there would be another king, and it wasn't him, and it wasn't one of his children. So he told them that they should come back after they found this king and tell him so that he could go and pay homage to the king as well. But of course, we know what happened. They didn't, because an angel of the Lord appeared to them and told them not to do that, but to go and visit the Holy Child and his parents, and then to be on their way. So that's what happened. Now, who were these Magi? I heard a preacher say that the word Magi is where we get our word magician, and that's very interesting. So perhaps they were magicians or sorcerers. They may have been involved in astrology as well, certainly. So very interesting. Another article I read about how they would have come to the land of Israel is that the Romans had already developed an incredible highway system. And so that it's entirely possible that they followed those roads that came from the east into the Holy Land. And then, of course, they did finally find the child and Mary, his mother, and they presented him with gifts. Now, the Bible does not tell us that there were 3 Magi. It only tells of the 3 gifts that they bring. And so we just naturally assume that there were 3 because of the 3 gifts that they bring. Well, anyway, so today we're going to move the Magi into our nativity scene. And the child Jesus is probably 2 years old at this point in time. And then after the Magi left, it's very interesting that Herod wanted all the children under the age of 2 to be murdered. And so Joseph was warned about this in a dream and took Mary and Jesus into the country of Egypt. And it's entirely possible that the gifts that the Magi brought enabled them financially to be able to do that. So as you think today about the Magi and the gifts that they brought, and their worship of the one and only Son of God who came, what must they have been able to tell when they went home? The stories that they may have told to people that they encountered on the way back home and when they got home. Time will only be able to tell. And perhaps one day, when we are in the New Jerusalem, we'll be able to hear those stories too. What a day that will be. Well, this is the end of the seasons of Advent, Christmas, Christmastide, and now the Feast of Epiphany. And so in the church year, we move into a brief, ordinary time. How nice that will be after all the hubbub of the past several weeks. So I'll see you again on Ash Wednesday. Thanks for watching.